First tonight, how about a big round of applause for the bride's grandmother? Let's hear it nice and loud for Mary Ann Anderson. Also with us, the bride's grandparents. A big round of applause for Dane and Joy Susich. Next tonight, ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for the grandparents of the groom, Robert and Suzette Hubbard. Next tonight, a big round of applause as we welcome the parents of the bride, Chris and Christy Susich. Next tonight, ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for the parents of the groom, Kevin and Denise Oswald. And now let's meet tonight's bridal party, ladies and gentlemen. And first, we're going to welcome bridesmaid Christy Bayless, escorted by groomsman Mr. Michael Susich. Once again, Christy and Michael right there. They want to show a special dance. Keep us applause going as we welcome Oswald and Matthew Susich. Escorted by best man Nicholas Hewitt. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I need everyone to please rise. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this time I need you guys to help me out. We got to start making a lot of noise right now. Come on, get those hands going, everybody. We got to get real loud because we're going to welcome the stars of the show, your newlyweds, the brand new Mr. and Mrs. Kevin and Jessica Oswald. Yes, come on, let's keep those hands going. This time we have some toasts, and our first toast of the evening will be by one of our best fans, Chris. So let's give Chris a round of applause.
I'm going to read this one in fear of screwing it up, making it sound awkward. Kevin and I met in kindergarten. We've been best friends ever since. And as I said before at Nick's wedding, for those of you that were there, these two guys have been brothers to me. But I'm happy to say that Kevin has met and married his new best friend, Jessica, and they make a wonderful couple. Now, funny story for those of you that don't know, Jessica and I met approximately 10 years ago at my dad's house as we were being set up on a blind date by Kevin and a mutual friend of his. So, the night went well, we enjoyed each other's company, but after that, we hadn't really kept in touch. Now, a few months go by, and we see Jessica again coming out of a Target. And remembering that Kev really liked her, he asked if I still had her number. Luckily, I did. Because after I used my phone to call up Jess, get each other's numbers, and set up a date, it sparked what has become a loving and trusting relationship. It's funny though, because Kevin obviously wasn't picking out the girl that he thought I would like, but he was picking out the girl that he knows he really liked. And I appreciate Kevin's generosity in allowing me to go on a date with the girl of his dreams. And I'm glad they finally came together. They become best friends, a loving couple, and finally a husband and wife. I love you guys, and I wish you the happiest and healthiest of marriages.
Next,
Kevin had proposed. I don't really remember what I remember. It's a while ago. Just kidding. I remember that I was standing in my bedroom and I was absolutely ecstatic for the two of them. I mean, in my eyes, they were already married. Anyway, when I was 21 or 22, I couldn't even imagine dating someone for over a month or having a boyfriend, period. So it was really awesome that you guys were engaged. I just turned 21, so I was really excited for the wedding. The open bar, specifically. But now I'm 26, I'm mature. I've been lucky enough to have both Kevin and Jess as two very close friends for quite some time now. Jessica since Ms. McGuire's 8th grade English class. Honors. And I've known Kevin for about 8 years. I met him at a Lincoln White football game. He introduced himself to me as Matt. I was like, that's not your name, you know your name. These two have been nothing short of spectacular friends to me. My parents don't remember anything or anyone. They always remember Kevin and Jessica. Jessica's so beautiful, and so nice, and Kevin's so handsome. They're stuck with me. I'm not ready for my cards. Okay. I'm so blessed to have such good-looking and genuinely nice friends. I can't imagine these two with anyone else besides them, each other, being with each other. And in all seriousness, they balance each other out perfectly. Jessica brings down Kevin's sometimes wild side. Hopefully it'll come out tonight. It's still early. We have like 5 hours. And they're obviously each other's best friends. Today marks the beginning of their life as a married couple, Mr. and Mrs. Oswald. And I really think that the love and devotion that they've shown one another for the past 9 years can be an example to all of us, not just those who are just starting out our relationships. They're always sticking up for each other. They have each other's back for everything. A person changes a lot between the ages of 17 and 26. You cannot imagine, those people that you liked when you were 17. And here they are, they've grown with each other and they're sitting up here together getting married. So, congratulations to both of you. I didn't bring my glass up here. But toast. We're all blessed to have you guys in our lives tonight. We're here to celebrate your love. This party is 5 years in the making. So drink a lot, laugh a lot. Thought I'd be here 4 years ago.
Alright, next up we have Nick. Let's give Nick a big round of applause.
Alright, even though I haven't put up with Kevin quite as long as Chris has, I still have the pleasure of having him as a friend for over 15 years. Kevin is one of the most loyal friends someone could ask for. He even stayed with friends with me after I lit him on fire. New jeans. When I met Jess, I was with Kevin and Chris, and she was with 2 of her friends at the mall. Kevin had an knack for talking to random girls, which usually ended up in awkward, embarrassing situations. However, this time it worked out. Since they began dating, I've had the pleasure of seeing them grow together through thick and thin. They never gave up, and they both showed their loyalty and commitment to each other. Kevin and Jess have always set an example of what a couple in love should look like. So God bless Kevin and Jess. May you always find joy and happiness in your marriage.
Alright, we got one more twist, and that's by Annie. Let's give Annie a round of applause, everybody.
Scooch down a little bit. Hi, Annie. I'm co-maid of Jerry. And I met Jessica about 8 years ago when she had the glamorous job of working in the pro shop at Green Garden Country Club, and I had the not so glamorous job of working in the snack shop and smelling like hot dogs 24/7. So each summer I would come back to Green Garden and Jessica and I would regale stories of what had happened that school year because we didn't really know each other in high school like the rest of them did, and we would talk about things that had happened to us like she was still dating Kevin, and I had crushes on 8 different boys that year, and she would talk about her golf career, and I would talk about my ice skating career, and she would tell me about how she wanted to be a math teacher, and I wanted to be an English teacher. And we both wanted to be high school students. So I thought when I was looking for inspiration for this speech, I decided to look to a very interesting group of 14 to 16-year-old inner city kids. And I asked them to do an assignment for me that was write a paragraph to a newly married couple, or a couple that's about to be married, of what advice you would give them. And I got a lot of interesting responses like, don't do it, and make sure she knows how to make good sandwiches, and yo bro, drop those cholos, which I don't know what that means. So I asked my students, and they kind of looked at me like, Miss Davis, you cray-cray, you don't know what that is? So, but I did get some good advice from them, like trust each other and love each other and be there for each other and buy her presents when you are in trouble, Kevin. But still I didn't get like what I was looking for from my speech, so I decided to look to what Jessica and I shared together and where we kind of grew together in our life, and that was the golf course. So I know a little bit more about golf than I do about marriage, so hopefully these words of wisdom are something that you guys can live by. Sometimes you're going to land in the fairway, and other times you're going to land in the rough. And hopefully when you're in the rough, you appreciate those times that you land in the fairway. Make decisions like you make putts. Look at it from both sides, circle around a couple of times, take a slow stroke, maybe lay down and get dirty if you need to, and then strike it. You're not always going to hit it. You're not always going to hit it the first time, but you'll get there eventually. Why are you laughing, Nick? Marriage takes hard work, just like golf does. You wouldn't go straight to the golf course. You would practice first by going to the driving range, chipping green, the putting green, and stay there for hours before you actually get out to the golf course. So make sure you work hard at marriage just like you would at your marriage. Don't get mad at each other when it's not each other's fault. Sometimes you're going to land out at the 4th hole of the golf course, which is the farthest point on Green Garden from the clubhouse, with a flat tire. And when you do, don't get mad at each other. It's not your fault. Wait for me to come around the beer cart. I'll be there eventually. But enjoy those moments when it's no one's fault, especially not Kevin's. And I hope that every single day of your life is like number 12 blue, where it's only 130 yards from the tee. You hit the green every time. It's only a 10-yard putt. You're close enough to the clubhouse that you can go get beer. And there's 5 holes that meet at that spot, where we're all there to welcome you and love you and support you throughout your marriage. So here's to Jessica and Kevin.